Hello, my friends. I'm Dr. Steve Nugent. I'm going to tell you about a product that is completely unique in the marketplace, a product that I think you'll like. But first, I want to ask you a few questions for you to think about. Okay, what is it that makes more than 100 billion US dollars every year? What's the second largest selling commodity on planet Earth after crude oil? What is it that is served in 500 billion cups per year? And what is this commodity that grows at a rate of 7.4% annually? Well, if you guessed coffee, you're correct. But you know, there's all kinds of coffee out there. And as far as I'm concerned, when most people are drinking a cup of coffee, it's only really half a cup. And by the way, there's a great video that you can watch on this as well, collateral to this piece that you're watching now. So, half a cup. Why do I say that? You see, when most people are thinking about coffee, they don't realize what coffee really is. Everybody talks about coffee as being a bean. You always hear that all the time, coffee beans. Well, really, coffee is a fruit, or you may look at it as a berry if you wish. Coffee berries have coffee beans inside. I'll explain that to you in a moment. All right. Coffee berries. Well, first of all, we start with what's called Arabica. Why do we choose that? There's all kinds of coffee beans out there, and different people have different tastes in coffee. Okay. Arabica, by survey around the world, we know is the smoothest of the coffees. It's also the lowest in acid, and that's important. So it's smooth and it's easy to take down. I even have people who say to me, when they drink Glycocafe, they can actually feel great with it. And these are people who have told me they could never drink coffee before until they tried Glycocafe. All right, let's quickly talk about the berry. All right, so what you see right now is a picture of coffee berries, and they look pretty much like any other berries, I suppose. So let's look at a cutaway of the berry. So the outside of the berry, or the fruit, if you will, is like any other berry. It's got vitamin C in it. It has plant polyphenols. It has antioxidants. It's very healthy, as you expect a berry to be. In addition, there are 4 glyconutrients in the fruit of that berry, which occur naturally. It's a shame to waste those. Inside of that fruit, you see a section that's green. That's the bean. That's what we call the bean. It's really the seed so that the coffee berry can propagate itself. Okay. So next to that, you see the brown bean, and that's the coffee bean that you're familiar with. That's after it's roasted. Well, you see, green coffee beans have a purpose as well, and they contain something called chlorogenic acid. And you will find products, especially weight loss products, that have green coffee bean extract in them because it can help to support your metabolism. And that's, of course, a benefit as well. In addition to doing this, we also add something called wakame. Now, that's the common name for a type of seaweed. This seaweed contains a number of vitamins, A, C, E, K, D, vitamin B2. It has folate in it. So there's a lot of healthy properties to this, as well as magnesium, calcium, iron, iodine. These are all found in wakame. They occur naturally. But what we really want from the wakame is something called fucoidins. So we go back to glycans again, or what some people call glyconutrients. The glycans have properties all by themselves that are important for your health. And these fucoidins from wakame are pretty unique in the industry. We also have coconut oil. You may see that on the label and say, wow, coconut oil, everybody feels pretty good about that. And I think you're right. Coconut oil is used in a lot of healthy products. Well, when you make a product like this, you need an emulsifier. There's all kinds of things you could use for an emulsifier. We chose coconut oil. We think that's a really healthy choice. And my favorite ingredient in the whole world is trade named as Manipole. Manipole is Manitec's exclusive proprietary form of mannose from aloe, often called ace mannan. And this is what most people call the functional component of the aloe vera plant. Now, ours is proprietary. It is extracted through a proprietary method and stabilized through that method. If the aloe isn't properly stabilized, it's not going to do you much good. And we know that our Manipole can support a healthy immune system. In addition to that, we also know that Manipole may also improve absorption of things like vitamin C and vitamin E. And we know that Manipole acts as a prebiotic. A prebiotic is the food that you feed to your probiotic bacteria. Probiotic bacteria need to have healthy food so that they can multiply rapidly. And the better they multiply inside your gut, the healthier your gut can potentially be. So we think there's a lot of important advantages with Manipole. Obviously, you're not going to find that in anybody else's coffee. So we know that this can support a healthy metabolism. This product has 6 glycans or glyconutrients in the coffee. You're not going to find another coffee like this anywhere. We know that it helps to improve cognitive function, and lots of folks would like better cognitive function. We know that it has antioxidant support and that it can support a healthy cardiovascular system as well. If you were to compare Glycocafe to all of the other coffees in this industry, you will see that Glycocafe beats them all hands down. There's really no competition for Glycocafe, just companies that don't know they're not competition. What else about this coffee is so great? Well, it's what I call the no list. So when you look at the no list, you look at all the things that you don't really want to have in your body. So there's no sweeteners added. It's vegan and vegetarian friendly. There's no MSG, no artificial colors. It's pesticide-free, gluten-free, corn-free, soy-free, and dairy-free. So I call that the no list. It doesn't have any of those things. You'll note that each serving comes in its own individual sachet, and each one is standardized. The caffeine level is precisely the same in every single sachet. Why do we do that? Well, we want to make sure that every cup you have feels great. And that's standardized at 150 milligrams per cup. If you look at other coffees, you'll find that they'll range somewhere between 120 up into the many hundreds of milligrams. So we want this to be the healthiest possible coffee you can have, complete with the polyphenols, the vitamins, the minerals, the glycans, which I think are so important. All these benefits in Glycocafe that you simply can't get anywhere else from any other product. My friends, you have the opportunity to have a real, complete, and a truly healthy cup of coffee. And I recommend that you do that as soon as you can.